And we are back with Newcastle County Executive Tom Gordon. We've been talking about, well, a variety of issues, but we left off by talking about the economy. Let's talk about the Port of Wilmington. And there's so much proposed expansion to the Port of Wilmington. How much of that can happen, and where's the money going to come from?
I think you have to dream big because it's our only opportunity. And the money would come from what I see it, as the president said, came right on that site and said, he'll provide some grants, but it's private sector, public sector, a relationship with that could make it happen quickly. And we have to make it happen quickly for the problems that we're talking about. You want to clear up problems in the city of Wilmington, you double the size of that port.
When he said he'd provide some grants, did your eyes light up?
Well, it was a great message at the right place at the right time. That's what we've been talking about.
What's your vision? You said you want to dream big. What's your vision for the Port of Wilmington?
I'd like to see 30 cranes down there and make it the #1 port on the East Coast, which I think it has a great capability of being.
And that's the industry side. There's an entertainment side to the Port of Wilmington, though, too. I mean, you could make that a destination place if some time was put into it.
Yeah, I think that may be further down the road. And what we want to take it from is a port that's very limited, but in a great location, to one that is providing activity and jobs, high-paying jobs, and build an industry around that.
So the president came in. Did you get to meet him?
I got to meet him. He came into the county airport, and I got to meet him there. I got to meet him at the port. And his message was exactly what we've been talking about a week earlier. The paper did a tremendous story, Journal did, on the vision of creating jobs at the port.
And there's one thing in somebody showing up and glad-handing and smiling. Are you confident that there's going to be some support from that? I mean, that these things that he was here, he left, and now there's promises made, or at least, you know, the thought of grants.
How
does that happen?
You got a great congressional delegation that's connected to the vice president, and you got a governor that tries very hard. So between that group, I think they're going to hold him to his commitment.
And I've seen in the past you've worked with the Bidens.
Yes, we're good friends with the Bidens, and certainly we'll be calling them. Or they know the port and they know the opportunities. And we're going to get support, I'm sure, from the vice president.
There is much talk about the Attorney General's health. How is he doing? I
think he's doing well. I spent a lot of time with him with the problems over crime. And, you know, he had an operation. I see him improving, and I can't notice anything that's different about him.
Do you see him running for governor?
Yeah. He's told me that he's running. He wants to run, and I think he'd be a good governor.
There was some speculation that he was not going to run because of his health, but you don't see that.
Last week, you know, that he's running. He tells me that every time we talk, and he thought it would be dishonest to say that he wants to run for Attorney General and then leave and run for governor. That he wants to run for governor, and I don't think it's a game. I think that's his goal. I think he's healthy enough to do it.
Well, that's wonderful news. It's wonderful news that he's doing okay. We'll see how he does as he runs for governor,
yep.
But I would think that the name would help him just a little.
The name and the president and the vice president, I think that doesn't hurt.
I think that's going to help him a lot. Talk about this new library that you have planned.
We're going to build an innovation center. It's going to be called a library. But we've got an area that every kid has a smartphone. They're bright children. They're not in school, and we're going to try to do something, a large building, rather than put books in it. We've sent our librarians that are the brightest of the brightest out to the 10 best innovation centers, libraries in the country, in the world, some maybe outside this country. They're going to come back here in a month and a half with the results of what they found to be the benchmarking of the best, and we're going to build a building around it. We're going to try something different to attract young boys and girls into technology and coding and things that they're probably going to be good at. So we're trying something different, and we hope to. The building right now is going to be about $21 million. We may take it.
Well, you don't know what startups will have come from that. You know,
well,
what ideas
we know that we're in an area where we got bright kids that are falling out of the system. They're not going to school. So I don't think we can only do but gain. And by the way, we're not developing. We're going to take what is working in other areas where there's problems with children and kids, urban areas, and we're going to bring it back and produce it. It's exciting. If you're going to spend money, I mean, books may have some books, but it's not going to look like a normal library.
What did you think of the casino bailout?
You know, I think that they missed their train. I mean, I think they could have put money in the casinos when they were making it, and they didn't. They could have made it a destination in Newcastle County, and they didn't. So I'm not for the bailout.
they can still do that. I mean, it seems like they're eliminating competition. Would you like to see more competition among the casinos?
Well, again, we're at the end of the curve. What's occurring is, it's no surprise as the economy crashes, people stop gambling. If you don't improve the economy, you're not going to improve gambling. Unbelievable. And so we're going to be bailing them out every year until we got to fix the economy. We fix the economy, people hopefully start making money again. And what we can't do is every government has to stop raising taxes right now. You have people choosing between food and medicine. And it's no longer a case where the government can go out every year and raise taxes. That's got to stop until you start to see some recovery, and that's going to be a while.
And would you're talking about you're not going to see improvement to different city services until they improve the economy. Same thing with education?
Same thing with education. You know, we got to do better with less. You just can't go to the public with these tax increases right now. I mean, when you're dropping below the median income in the nation, people don't have the money for anything except food, medicine, try to get by Monday through Sunday. And that's how serious it is right now.
I know one of the solutions for education across the country, and I know in Newcastle County, has been charter schools and the privatization of education. Are you for that?
I think there's too many charter schools. It's taken from the same pie. You know, we got to, again, you got to fix the public schools. They may be good, but they're not viewed to be good in Delaware. And the more you take out of that pie, the less chances we're going to have improving our public schools. We've got to improve our public schools and control the charter schools.
County Executive Tom Gordon, thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
Larry,
being here.
very much.
We covered a lot today.
Appreciate it.
I hope you come back soon.
Anytime you're bored, you want somebody back, I'll be here. I'm 10 minutes away.
Anytime I'm bored, that's a lot. We'll be back in a moment.